What up guys, Alex is here, GuitarForce.com. As you can see, today we're going to take a look at Spanish Castle Magic by Jimi Hendrix. A really cool song, always was one of my favorites to listen to and to play, of course. There's a lot of cool things going on in this song, so we're going to break it down, all of the parts, the rhythm guitar part and also the first solo. The second solo I kind of improvised a little bit, took some ideas from Jimi, but mostly it was an improvisation. But still I'm going to give you some points, how you can approach this solo. And I'm going to post a link to the cover slash playthrough of this song if you would like to check out for structure and also for the solos and whatnot. I'm going to post a link to my other channel in the description box down below. Hopefully they're not going to ban it and you'll be able to check it out. Also, speaking of Jimi Hendrix, I have to mention my huge lesson, which is called Get Experienced. If you hadn't had a chance to check it out, please do. I'm gonna leave the link also in the comment section below, in the description box. In a nutshell, it's a huge lesson in two parts, concentrating on Jimi Hendrix's style of playing. There is tons of information there. The video describing that is going to be also there, so please check out the link. The tabs and the backing track for this song are going to be available at GuitarForce.com. As far as tuning, we're going to be in standard for Jimi, which is E flat, so half step down on all the strings. And as far as the sound, again, I was using the VST plugin Guitar Rig. I'm going to show you the picture of the preset. I was using a couple of other pedals as well. One is the Overdrive by Full Tone OCD and a wah pedal. But main sound is of course coming from the VST Guitar Rig. Okay, so while you are checking out the picture of the preset, I'm going to play you my low E string so you can tune up, which is the E flat, and play along with this lesson. Alright guys, so let's go for the close-up and start this lesson. Okay, so the intro goes like this. Alright, so here we have two double stops. The first one is on the A and the D strings on the 11th fret. And then the next one is going to be on the D and the G strings, 9th fret. And we have this specific rhythm that we play. So as you can see, we have the first double stop, then we play twice the second one. This first double stop is starting on the last beat of the bar, so on the 4th beat of the bar, but the last 16th note. So what happens is the second double stop is actually falling on the first beat of the next bar. Okay, so we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so before we hit the first beats of the bar, we play the first double stop. Okay, and then in the end we have so it's the same double stops but slightly different rhythm. And on the cover playthrough that I did for this song, I played a little bit longer beginning, and that's what Jimi did sometimes as well. And on the backing track, there are 4 bars of the pre-count before the drums come in, so you can do that as well, but on the original recording from the Access Bolt's Love album, Jimi plays it shorter version. Okay, like that. Then we go into the main riff of the song, which is also being played during the chorus, which goes like this. Okay, so as you can see, there are a few variations that you can play when you play this riff, and it's based on E major or C sharp 7 sharp 9, but it's a slightly different chord. We'll get to that in just a moment. So it starts off with the D string, 2nd fret, 2 16th notes. Like I said, it varies. Jimi would play different rhythms, different notes, the entire time, but just as a general guide, it would be like this. So we play 2 notes on the 2nd fret of the D string, then it's followed by a low E string open, then we play 4th fret on the A string, then we play again 2nd fret on D, back to the 4th fret of the A string, so have this. And as you play the last notes on the 4th fret of the A string, then we add the pinky on the G string on the 4th fret, and we play this chord, which is C sharp 7 sharp 9, but slightly different, using the open strings, a high E and a B, and also the D string is dead. Okay, so I'm muting it with the side of my fingers here. So this is the chord that we hit in the end. And again, like I said, there are different variations here on the rhythm. So sometimes Jimmy would play kind of a reverse rake, so he would play the E power chord by starting from the D string, like that. Also, you know, doing some hammer-ons, pull-offs here on the A string, 2nd fret to the 4th. You know, things like that. Okay, so that's the main riff, and then we go into the verse, and the verse is based on some chords. Basically, what we have here a progression, which is a chromatic progression, starting off with the B note. The bass player is playing that, the B. Then we go to the B flat, A to A flat, or G sharp. So we have. And strangely enough, Jimmy, you know, he wouldn't be Jimmy if he didn't do that, but he would play different chords here. I mean, the chords are still the same, the B power chord or major, but what he would do is he would play an inversion of it, the 2nd inversion. So he would put the 5th in the bass. Okay, so he would have this, which is very unusual, you know, for this music, for this style anyway. But you know, like I said, it's Jimmy, so so he would play this inversion of the chord like that. Then go into B flat. Then when we get to the A, he would switch things around. He would still play this inversion. So this would be a, you know, if we talk theoretically, this would be the D in the second inversion. But you know, because the bass player going to the A, you know, he still plays this this chord. Then we have the G sharp, and again it's in an inversion. Then the next chord is going to be C sharp 7 sharp 9, and Jimmy again would use different types of chord here. I mean, he would play sometimes, you know, just a C sharp like that, dominant 7, or at least a part of it, but again would put the G sharp in the bass, so you get this kind of muddy, you know, chord. He would play sometimes that, sometimes he would play this as a C sharp 11, you know, just putting the finger across the strings on the 4th fret and playing on the lower strings. But sometimes he would play a C sharp 7 sharp 9, which is this one, which is, you know, kind of his trademark, but also would put the G sharp in the bass. So he will get these, you know, kind of heavy chords. So the progression that he would play would go like this. Alright, so that's the progression that we have. And then after that, we go into the chorus, which goes like this. So here we start off, as you can see, with the kind of same riff that we did in the beginning, but we take it up a fourth. So that means we have the A chord. So he would play kind of the same thing, but take everything one string up. So we have the A. If we talk in theory, that would be the A chord going to F sharp chord, and he would use these, the high E and the B strings on the 5th fret. So we have this. Again, alternating this with just like for the original riff, the first one that we did, and but it's going to be on the G string. So 2nd fret going to the 4th on the D. And then he would add just the higher part of the chord of the F sharp. But like I said, fretting it with the pinky, if you will, on the high E and the B strings on the 5th fret, and also you can add, this double stop here, or just skip the G string altogether. Or sometimes he would play the F sharp 7 dominant sharp 9, which is this chord, But on the album he would do just the standard, this F sharp 7th chord. So one more time. And then we basically take this riff, a 5th down. So we play now in E, alternating with the C sharp 7 sharp 9 chord, just like we did in the beginning. Then after that, the progression goes to the G sharp minus 7, but Jimmy would play something along the lines of, just taking that part of the chord or the strings on the B, G, and sometimes D string, and he would kind of bend it up, just give it a little bend. And also he would use different rhythms here. So sometimes also he would alternate with, with the 4th fret, kind of playing the double stops here, or little parts of these chords, And then we take these, the progression goes to E, but he would take the same idea and would play the double stop, something like that on the 11th fret of the B and the G strings. So it would be something like this. And again, using these different double stops when playing in E. So one more time all together, the chorus would be like this. And then we get back to playing verse number 2. Alright, so the second verse is exactly the same as the first one, with the only exception of when we play the chord progression the second time, in the end of the progression we have a little fill that Jimmy plays, and it goes like this. So if I would to play second time the chord progression, it would be like this. Okay, so this part goes like this. We have 2nd fret on the A string, then we go on to the low E, and we have 4, 3, 2 open. Okay, and then we go into the chorus, which is exactly the same thing. And so on and so forth. So and then when you go to the G sharp minor chord to E, you can play different variations here, you know, maybe experimenting with some bendings, you know, doing slow, faster, something like that. You know, things like that. So try to stay with the same kind of figures that Jimmy plays, but you know, you can improvise a little bit here and there. And then after that, after the chorus, we go right into the main solo. Alright, so we're going to break up the solo into licks and phrases, and the first one goes like this. Alright, so here I'm using also an overdrive just to give it a little bit more sustain. So we have, everything is going to be based on the C sharp minor pentatonic, which is an E major, same thing. So first slide, we go into the 11th fret on the D string, add some vibrato, then we have a quick slide up to the 14th fret, and then back again to the 11th. Then we have, so it's slide again into the 11th fret on the D string, then 9, and then we go on the A, 11, 10, 9, on low E, 12, 9, 9, so 2 times. So all together. Then the next lick goes like this. So we go 9 to 12 on low E, then we have 9, 11, bend up, bring it down, then play again 9, and then we have 12 on low E, 9 on D, 9 on, I'm sorry, 9 on A, 9 on D. So next part goes like this. So we go 9, 12 on low E, 9, 11 on A, 9 on D, then we have bend on the 11th fret up, bring it down, and then we go into, so we have, then we have, which is bend on the G string 11th fret, then we go to B9, high E9, and then we have a bend on the B string 12th fret. As you bend up the string, stay on it, and then add some vibrato, then pick the notes again, bring it down, pull off to 9, and then play 2 more bends on the 12th fret. Like that. So all together from the beginning we have this. Next part goes like this. Okay, so let's stop it here. So after the 2 bends that we have on the 12th fret of the B string, we then have, so it's a quick bend up on the 12th fret, then bring it down and pick the note. And we do it 3 times. Then we go 9 frets on B, gradual bend on the 11th fret of the G string, and then we have, which is 9 on B, and then 2 notes, 9 frets on the high E. Then we have 12 on B, 9 on high E, and back to the B string, bend it up 12 frets. Then we have so two of these, which start off with the 9 frets on the high E string, 9, B9, and then 12 slight bends up, and then we have, which is 9, 12, 9, and then we repeat the whole thing again. So we have this. So we do it for 2 times. Last time we bent up the string on the 12 frets of the B string, and then we go into this part. So as we have the bends on the B string, 12 fret, we then have 9 on high E, then pull off 12 to 9 on B, 11th fret on G, bend up, then we go to B again, 9, high E 9, 12 to 9 on B, then we have G string, bend up, 11th fret, then play 11, 9, 11 on D, back to G, 9 to 11, 9 on B, 9 on high E, and then we go. So it's a quick slide from 12 fret to 14 on the B string. Then we have so alternating 12 frets on the high E string with the 14 on B. So we do it 4 times, and then a 5th time we play 12 on the high E and going into 14th fret bends up on the high E. Add some vibrato, and then we have, which is 14 on high E, 14 on B, back to high E, 12, 14, bend it up, then bring it down, pull off to 12, 14 on B. So we have this. And then after that we go into the next phrase, which is, so we slide around 15 frets, something like that, on the G string, and then we go into the 14th fret on the B string, 17, and bend it up 2 steps. So it's quite a big bend. Then second bend is going to be kind of step and a half, so a little bit lower than the first one. So after the second bend, you bring it down to 17, play 14. And then we have, so it's another 4 bends on the 17th frets, 2 steps up. And then last time we bend it up, bring it down, and play 14. Then we have bends on the high E string, 17th fret, bend it up. And then in the very end, you can play a bend on the 19th frets of the high E string. Okay, so now I'm going to play all of the licks together, the whole solo, slowly, so you can see what's going on. So it goes like this. Okay, so after the solo we go back to playing the chorus, which is exactly the same as we did previously, with the exception of when we get to the G sharp minor 7 chord to the E, Jimi is playing a slight variation here, and I'm going to show it to you. So we have the standard, the two riffs that we have. So that's the part that Jimi is playing. So when we go to the G sharp minor 7, after the two riffs, we have this, which starts off with the bend on the D string 4th fret. Then you play 4, bring down the bend. Then we play 2nd fret on the D. And then we go to the A string, we go 4, 3, 2, 4, 3, 2 on the low E. So we have this. Open low E, then we have. So after the low E string open, we have 4th fret, and then we go 2, 3, 4 on the low E. So we have this. And then we go 2, 4 on the A string, 2nd fret on the D. Then we have a quick bend and release on the D string 4th fret, pull off to the 2nd fret, 4 on A, and then we get back to the main riff of the song. So one more time, the whole thing slowly would be like this. After that, we play the main riff of the song for several times, and then Jimi goes into the second solo. Now, I'm not going to transcribe the second solo, and what I did on the cover playthrough, I just kind of improvised, in the same kind of style that Jimi did in this song, kind of stealing some of his ideas. So again, we go to the C sharp minor pentatonic here. And just you can use whatever licks and just improvise a little bit here, doing kind of the same things, So Jimi is staying on the first position of the C sharp minor, also using the two-step bends, then going to the second position, even to the third, but then in the end he just stays on. I'm just giving you some ideas what you can use here in this solo. So in the end he just uses 14th fret here at the second position of the C sharp minor pentatonic, bending it up, bringing it down, pull off to 12, and so on and so on. Just kind of tremolo picking and adding different rhythms to the solo. And the backing track finishes again with this progression which we played during the verse. Of course, on the original recording, the song fades out with this solo, and that's how the song ends. Alright guys, so this brings us to the end of this lesson. I hope you found it useful and interesting. If you did like the lesson, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to comment, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Please check out, get experienced the lesson on Jimi Hendrix's style of playing. The link is going to be in the description box down below. Don't forget to visit GuitarForce.com for more guitar-related stuff. In the meantime, I'll see you again. Take it easy, and as always, let the force be with you.